Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Amy from Neurotic Mom Bakes, and I don't know if you know, but I love Oreos and I have several Oreo recipes, and I'm here to show you another one. We're making Oreo Truffles. You only need 3 ingredients and you can have them done within an hour. They do need a little bit of chill time, but they're so good. They're so decadent. So let's start. I have my Oreos here, and you can use a food processor or a blender. So the ratio for these, I double these a lot, but today we're just gonna do single batch. 18 cookies to 2.5 ounces of cream cheese, full fat, block cream cheese, not from the tub, not, light or fewer calories, full fat. You can double this. It's just, it would be 36 cookies and 5 ounces of the cream cheese. So I'm gonna count these out. 2, 5, 10, 14, 15. Got 18 cookies. I'm just gonna crush these up really fine. And then you can do this with a hand mixer or a stand mixer. So I'm just gonna use the paddle attachment. First I'm gonna dump all of these in. Got that on, and then I'm gonna open my cream cheese. Now the cream cheese that I have, I don't know if you have it, here in the US it's like marked 2 ounce, 4 ounce, 6 ounce, 8 ounce. So it's easy to just kind of cut up, but you can get a food scale out, just put it on the ounce setting. This does not have to be like exact to the grams for it to work. You just want it to be the consistency that you can form a ball, and it's not too sticky and it's not too dry. So if you needed to adjust ratios, a little bit, you could. Okay, this will work better if you put this in like smaller chunks. It'll just combine faster. So I'm gonna start this, and I'm gonna start adding the cream cheese. It's like Oreos on steroids. It's like, let's just add more good stuff to Oreos. Cream cheese and then like a really high quality white chocolate. So good. I'm gonna leave a little bit. So I don't wanna overdo it. I don't wanna re-crush Oreos. So I'm gonna see how this works out. Your cream cheese doesn't need to be room temperature. It helps, it'll combine faster, but you can pull it straight from the fridge and it will work just fine. You'll know it's done because it will pull away from the sides of the bowl and form one big ball of dough. So we're not there yet. I'm gonna add a little more. Yes. So let me show you. You can see it's formed into like a ball of dough. So it is ready to form. Okay, so now I'm just gonna form like little balls. I have a sheet pan here with some wax paper, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. You should be able to roll them and they hold their shape. They don't fall apart, but they also don't stick to your fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start rolling. This is a fun one to do with your kids. I love this one because it's no bake. Just need a little bit of refrigerator or freezer time. You could use different kinds of chocolate. You could use milk or dark or white, or if you wanted to, color theme them for a holiday, you could use candy melts that are colored. Lots and lots of variations. I don't like these too big because you want to be able to just pick them up and eat them in a couple bites or even one bite. And something else you could try, a fun variation. I mean, how many different flavor Oreos do they have? Like 17,000. There's lemon, there's vanilla, there's like caramel, dulce de leche. Oh, there's carrot cake, gingerbread. Ooh, gingerbread would be so good at Christmas time. But I just like the good old-fashioned original Oreos best. Okay, last one. So this made 9, 13, 14, between 16 and 20, depending on how big you want to roll your truffles. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, you have 2 options. You can put them in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. If you wanted to prep ahead of time, you could leave them in there a lot longer. maybe cover them with some foil or plastic or something. But you just want them chilled before you dip. If you want to speed things up, you can stick them in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes, but before you dip them, you want to pull them out and let them sit at room temperature for about 5 minutes. That prevents the chocolate from cracking. If it's too cold, going into the warm chocolate, it'll crack. So you want to just let them cool down a little bit so they're not completely frozen before you dip them. Okay, so we're gonna go in the freezer because I'm gonna speed the process up. Okay, now these have been frozen for about 15 minutes. I took them out and let them sit at room temperature for 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm ready to dip them. So what I'm gonna do is I've got Ghirardelli white chocolate chips here. I just want a really high quality chocolate for this. And I'm just gonna melt this in the microwave, 30 seconds at a time. And I want a kind of a wide, deep bowl so that I have, you know, room to work. You don't want it too shallow, then it's hard to roll around. And if you don't want it too deep, then it's hard to get the truffle out. So I have a wider, deep bowl for this. I also have forks, that's gonna help me. And then for garnish, if you want, I've got some sprinkles, or I'm actually going to crush up more Oreos to sprinkle on top. Okay, now I'm not going to dip them while this is still like quite hot. I'm gonna let it cool down just a minute so it's warm rather than hot. It's just a little warm, and I don't want the chocolate to crack. Okay, let's go ahead and dip our truffles. I like to use forks because it helps the chocolate like run off. So I'm just gonna kind of roll this in the chocolate, and then I'm gonna lift it up with a fork, just kind of let the excess drizzle off. I have here a baking sheet lined with some parchment or wax paper, and then a cooling rack on top because it just will help them with the mess. And I'm gonna do 2 or 3 at a time. And before the chocolate sets, if you're going to add garnish, you wanna do it before it sets. I'm gonna put some little crushed Oreos on top. Let's do a few more. For these, I'm gonna try, let's sprinkle some, actually I wanna do Oreo on this one. And some sprinkles on the tops of these. Okay, simple as that. They dried just at room temperature in about 5 to 7 minutes, and they are ready to serve at a party or just to eat at home, which I'm gonna give one a taste because I'm so hungry and they look so good. That is so good, so rich. Probably I only could eat 2 of these, but I like the white chocolate because the Oreo part is already so rich and the white chocolate kind of lightens it up a little bit, but I have tried them with milk and dark, and that's good too. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you'll try these at home. And if you want to see more videos and tutorials like this, just subscribe to my channel. See you next time.